If you struggle with taking action or moving into momentum with your goals, then stick with me here because I'm going to share with you the number one goal setting mistake and give you the 2-minute fix. Hi there, I'm Katie Joy, founder of theglobalbutterfly.com, where I share my ideas, insights, strategies, and method for awakening, healing, and manifesting so you can design your life, live your dreams. And in every single video, I am sharing with you one strategy that will help you realize your goals that you can immediately implement after watching. And today I'm going to share with you the number one goal setting mistake and the 2-minute fix so that you can implement that next action step today, right after watching this video. Okay, so the number one mistake that I see here all the time, whether I'm working with clients who come on board or they've been with me for a while, they sometimes still struggle with this same mistake. Or maybe I'm having a conversation with someone in my Facebook Messenger or Instagram Messenger or in a day-to-day conversation, and people say to me, Katie, I'm a bit stuck with my goals. What's my next step? Well, I'm going to share something with you, the number one mistake, and I'm going to share it in the way of a question. You see, when I ask people, what do you want? Usually the response is a focus on what they don't want. So let me give you an example. And this is the mistake. And then I'm going to give you the 2-minute fix. Okay, so stick with me. So the mistake is focusing on what you don't want. Now, knowing what you don't want is useful to identify the problem, but it's not useful to stay focused there because that's not the solution. So let me give you a clear example. And remember, all goals are subjective and they're based on the user experience. So one goal might be, I actually literally have heard this response when I say, what do you want with your next step? Like, what do you want to create? And I'll hear, Katie, I just don't want to be old, fat and tired anymore. And I'm like, okay. But the thing is, when you hear old, fat and tired, remember, subjective, that your brain, what's the image that you get? What are you focused on? Feeling old, fat and tired, that's the imagery that you get in your experience as well. So what would you want instead? All right, you want to be able to, like, what's the opposite of that? Another example is, Katie, and I get this one regularly, when people come to me with their business experience, like, I don't want to have stress with inconsistent income anymore. Okay, so what does the brain focus on? Inconsistent income, sees feeling stressed, and that's the visual that you experience on the inside. Let me ask you another question. Imagine this, and this is going to help you really get the response. If you put into your web browser in this Google search, and you're looking for a solution to feeling old, fat, and tired, or to a solution like to your inconsistent income and feeling stressed, right? You're not going to go put into Google old, fat, tired. You're not looking for the response to old, fat, tired or to inconsistent income. If you do, you're going to be focusing more on the problem. It might be part of the identification of the search, but what do you want instead? So let me give you the 2-minute fix. First of all, I encourage you to get a piece of paper and write down on the left side, put a column down the middle. And so you've got 2 columns. So put a line down the middle of the paper. On the left side, what is it you first say or go to with your goal? Most people will say what they don't want. And that's okay, but we don't want to stay there. So write down, if it's what you don't want and you focus on that, then that's your current experience, but it's not your future self experience. And we don't want to keep re-echoing that in your brain, in your head, as your future self. We want to envisage the actual result that you're looking for. So you say, I'm feeling old, fat and tired. And then you might even actually identify what that means specifically to you. And again, it's subjective. There might not be physically fat, might not be physically old, might not be, but you might be feeling energetically exhausted. So it's more of an energetic problem. All right. So the opposite of that, go to the opposite and write, okay, well, I feel vibrant, I feel lean, and I feel energetic. Right? Do you feel the difference on that? If you say, I don't want to be old, fat and tired, or if you say, I do want to be vibrant, lean, and energetic. Now that's a different experience and that's a different vision that you're focusing on, okay? Because now you can take steps towards that. Another option too with, I don't want inconsistent income and be stressed, with those lean moments. Okay, write that down. What do you want instead? Just say, building consistent income in my business or my career and feeling relaxed. Okay, so again, that's another moment to be able to focus on. So your 2-minute fix is to grab a piece of paper and just write down, get it out of your head because it's echoing in your head. What is it you don't want anymore? And then write down on the right-hand column, which is your future self, and then put down there the opposite of what you don't want. So it's what you do want. What do you want to experience instead? Now you have a focus point for you to create a vision of what you're creating action for next. So there you go. You have just identifying the number one goal setting mistake that most people make is they focus on what they don't want. And the 2-minute fix is to grab a bit of paper, write a line down the middle, and on the left side, write down what you don't want to experience anymore. And then on the right-hand side of the paper, then you flip it 180 degrees. What is it you do want instead? That's a useful tip to be able to help you move forward. If you found it useful, please let me know in the comments down below. Hit like, subscribe, and feel free to share this. And I'll see you next time with much love, light, and manifesting miracles, magic, and more. From my heart to yours, Katie Joy.